Frederick Douglass stood at the podium, trembling with nervousness. Before him sat abolitionists who had traveled to the Massachusetts island of Nantucket. Only 23 years old at the time, Douglass overcame his nervousness and gave a stirring, eloquent speech about his life as an enslaved person. Douglass would continue to give speeches for the rest of his life and would become a leading spokesperson for the abolition of enslavement and for racial equality. Good evening, and welcome to the Oratorical Review. My name is Naresh Strong, and I'm the Director of African and African American Studies, and I'll also be your MC. This evening's performance promises to be filled with excitement and a display of art and intellect. Ms. Aloma Kaysen will introduce our first performance by the Dr. Freddie Thomas High School Gospel Choir. Ms. Kaysen.
Good afternoon. We are so honored to have the Freddie Thomas High School Gospel Choir here today. It is very accomplished in its own right, and we thank Ms. Jordan and we thank Ms. Brooks for making it possible for them to be here today. So if you would, please welcome the Dr. Freddie Thomas Gospel Choir.
Hallelujah.
Our next performer is our youngest orator that Dr. Pitts just made reference to, our 5-year-old Anthony Aponte, who is from school number 42. Anthony?
Good evening, Mrs. Director, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. I have chosen for my subject, That Which Stirs a Nation's Heart by Frederick Douglass. Small pots boil quick. Empty barrels make the most noise when rolled. But that which has the power to stir a nation's heart and shake the foundations of church and state is something more than empty clamor. Only mighty forces resting deep down among the foundations of nature and life can lash the deep and tranquil sea of humanity into a storm the like of which the world is now witnessing. Cold water add to cold water makes no disturbance. Air add to air causes no jar. But when fire is brought in direct contact with water, and truth grapples with loathsome air, when the clear and sweet current of benevolence sets against the bitter stream of selfishness, when mercy and humanity confront cruelty and ignorant brutality, there cannot fail to be agitation and excitement. Thank you for listening.
My turn came in the late summer of 1824. I was 6. Grandma Beth wrapped a newly ironed bandana around her head, stuffed some cornbread in her pocket, and told me that we were going on a journey. My heart sank. I sensed south, leaving my log cabin forever, to that thing they called slavery. It was hot and humid as we set off down the dusty and rutted road. When my legs were tired, Beth picked me up and toted me on her shoulder like a sack of wheat. Even though she was 50 years old, she was the strongest woman I knew. As a man, I told her, "Put me down, Beth, ain't no baby." Shortly after, I was eating my words. I was so scared I clung to her skirt. I knew that a beast was going to jump out of the woods and gobble me up. Everything scared me. The old logs and stumps grew eyes, ears, and sharp teeth. In all the 12 miles we walked, nothing was as scary as the long green. I saw the White House and slave quarters. There are more children than I've ever seen. They were all laughing and young around me, playing all sorts of wild tricks. Grandma introduced me to my brother and sisters and told me to play. I joined behind the house, but I refused to play. I kept my back against the wall like a wild animal at bay. Grandma went to the kitchen to see the cook. Not long after, a child came running and shouting, "Fed, fed, Grandma, I'm gone." I ran to the kitchen, and lo, she was indeed gone. I burst into tears. I could be consoled. My brother Percy brought me ripe peaches and pears. I threw them on the floor. My grandma left a silent goodbye kiss. I miss her. Thank you.
All right, these young ladies, some of them used to be mine when I used to do the step stuff, but all right, these young ladies are known for being motivated, dedicated, and sophisticated. They proudly represent their high school, Wilson Commencement Academy. They have won 6 first-place trophies in the Rochester Step-Off annual competition and won the overall trophy for outstanding academics and community service last year. They have also won numerous first-place trophies throughout Monroe County. This team has been going strong since their birth in 1995. Under the direction of Tasha Hill and the coaching of Nikki Cleveland, I introduce to you the Wilson Pearls.
How easy we forget the destruction of those girls.
Joseph Pearl.